What's happening, sports fans? This is the officially unofficial Geek Channel. My name is Carrie, and with me, as always, is Mr. Joe. Okay, so this is what's happening Wednesday, and we're here. We're going to be talking about the first 2 episodes that dropped of What We Do in the Shadows, Season 4.
Oh, I missed the show.
I missed it so much as well. I love What We Do in the Shadows.
Me too.
So
love the movie, love the show.
Love the movie. Yeah, the movie that came out, oh god, a number of years ago.
2013, right?
Something like that. We don't know.
Whatever.
Well, you know, we loved the movie, and we have been watching the show since it began. This is the beginning of season 4, and it looks like it's 2014 for the movie. Yeah, 2014 for the movie. We watched it on Hulu, but you can watch it on FX if you so desire. It is on Tuesdays, usually at 9 p.m. Central Time. So, Joe, did the beginning of season 4 live up to your expectations?
Yes.
Yeah?
It's hilarious still.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about baby Colin Robinson yet, though, because I love Colin Robinson as a character because he was so far out there. I miss him.
Yeah. I miss Colin Robinson as well. That is one thing that was kind of missing from it all, but like, it's he's saying that baby Colin Robinson is growing up like really quickly. So maybe there's a like turbo aging thing with the Colin Robinson baby, and by the end of the season maybe we'll have full Colin Robinson back.
Maybe. I hope so.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. So, guys, okay, so here's the thing. Spoiler alert, we're going to be talking about what we do in the shadows, Spoilertastic, and so here we go. Alrighty. I absolutely loved it.
Me too.
I love that they didn't fuck around. They were just like, we're not going to fuck around with them coming back together. We're just going to give it to you right away because that's what makes the show good, is having them all together.
Yes.
So if you recall, at the end of last season, everybody kind of went off to do their thing. You know, like you had Nandor doing his Eat, Pray, Love tour kind of thing. And you had Nadja. She was going to be part of the Worldwide Supreme Vampire Council. And Lazlos was supposed to go with her, but he felt this obligation to his friend.
And didn't he have, like, he's not really wanted in the council, right? He has something wrong, like, they don't like him?
No, he just, he didn't want to go to England. Something about...
That's right.
Like, he didn't want to go to England because of his past.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to go with Nadja to England, but at the last second he threw Guillermo in the Gizmo in a crate and sent him along with Nadja. And stayed in the United States to take care of
baby Colin Robinson and watch home improvement shows.
Well, see, the thing is the reason he's watching the home improvement shows is because, guys, the house is falling apart. So he was trying to watch the home improvement shows so that he could try to fix the house, and he did try to fix items in the house, but he was doing rather horribly. And
he does what everybody else watching home improvement shows does. They watch it for the entertainment value, and then don't really fix anything.
Right. So,
like my mom's
and me, I watch them for the entertainment value, and I do. Remember that time period I was like sitting there and just like constantly watching that Love It or List It show?
Oh god, that was horrible.
Like I was constantly watching that. Like I went down a rabbit hole involving that show. And it was just all the time. Love It or List It. All the time. But I got over it. I moved on. And now I kind of want to watch it again. But that's okay. I'm not gonna. It's okay. It's in the past, maybe. But yeah, he does what anyone else does, is just watch it for the entertainment value, and never actually fixes anything. So the house is falling apart, and they have no money because
Colin Robinson paid all the bills.
Colin Robinson paid all the bills, and Colin Robinson baby does not know the PIN number to Colin Robinson's account. Oh, but the funny part is that Lazlo is not calling him Colin. He's calling him boy. It's like, boy, come here, boy. So it's they have no money. So they have to come up with a way to make money.
Yeah, vampire nightclub.
So they come up with all these ideas, and all of them are really shitty. And Nadja is like, I want a vampire nightclub. And apparently she's been wanting this for a while. So they decide they're going to turn the vampiric council in their area that they're the head of into a vampire nightclub, complete with blood sprinklers.
Blood shower like in Blade.
Blood sprinklers. Oh man. So now Nandor is looking for a wife.
Yep.
Yeah. So he rubbed a gin lamp and has a genie now. I think he's probably used up all his like.
He's close. He said the genie said.
Yeah. You have 52 wishes. Do you wish to know how many wishes you have? And like the guy's like 52, but you just used one, so now you're down to 51. Oh man. And so you have Nandor had him bring back all of his 37 spouses from the dead. And
all 37 wives.
Yeah, so he's having his own little like.
He's got men wives, women wives.
Yeah, so he was an equal opportunity player here. So it's kind of his own little like vampire meets djinn version of The Bachelor here. Like whenever he decides he doesn't want one, he has them go to the genie and tell them that, you know, my beloved wants to give me a gold coin, and that is symbol for make them dead again.
But it's not murdering them.
But it's not murdering them because they're already dead. They're just dead again. They already died once.
It seems an awful lot like murder.
Yeah, Guillermo is questioning this. Is, you know, it's still kind of like murder. But you know what? It's a vampire, so. Oh man! So we've got. He's trying to find his wife, and he narrowed it down to one, right? Because he's not doing very well, just like talking to women, because he's like finding women in dark dog parks and saying, "Please come back to my mansion and go to my basement so that I can show you my large dowry." I am not a creep. I am not a creep. I just want you to come back to my mansion in the basement, or I'll show you my massive dowry.
Oh my god.
Oh man, this show is so fucking funny.
It is a great show. If you guys have never seen it, watch it. It's funny.
So if you love vampires, but you aren't necessarily completely into the whole seriousness that's usually attached to vampires and other supernatural beings, like Guillermo technically is a descendant of Van Helsing, which one of the funniest parts about the goddamn show, like that dropped, was that the caretaker of the vampire council has a thing. She's a vampire and she has a thing for vampire hunters. So she has this fantasy of Guillermo. Yeah. So they're gonna have a vampire bar.
I can't wait for more.
I can't wait for more. It's always just really funny. If you love British humor
and absurd humor,
and you've never watched What We Do in the Shadows, like, for real, just watch What We Do in the Shadows.
Yes.
Because it's absolutely fantastic. If you ever watched the IT Crowd,
kind of like that.
Well, no, but the thing is it's not only just kind of like that, but Matt Berry was on both. He was on IT Crowd. He was the second like head of the company in the IT Crowd, and he is also Lazlo, and also known as Jackie Daytona, regular Human Bartender. But yeah, if you love vampire stuff, but you need something to laugh because the world sucks, and you've never seen What We Do in the Shadows, we cannot recommend it enough. So yeah, that's the first 2 episodes of What We Do in the Shadows. So we have been really taking kind of a deep dive into a lot of vampire stuff lately.
Yeah, I've been watching Vampire Diaries.
Joe,
we'll talk about that later.
We're not going to talk about that today. We may talk about that later. But that's what I'm kind of bringing up right now. We do have some people that are regular commenters on our show. And, you know, if you've never commented before, but you're a regular listener, now's the time to comment. We want to hear from you guys.
What's your best vampire shows and or movies?
One, what trips your trigger involving vampire shows?
My favorite vampire movie is Near Dark. What's y'all's?
Yeah. Like, it's, you know what? No answer is the wrong answer.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm watching Vampire Diaries. I can't judge anybody.
Right.
I can't judge.
No, but you know what? You know, in all seriousness, I think Vampire Diaries, a lot of people write it off because it was on the CW.
It is. It's teen drama. It is all that stuff that people say about. It's just once you get past that, it's actually a pretty fun show.
Yeah. There are violent vampires that kill people.
Yeah, you just got to get past the whole teen drama stuff. And even then, like, I'm kind of getting sucked into it. You know what? Like I said, we'll talk about it at a different day.
We'll talk about it another day. Joe is currently getting sucked into Vampire Diaries. No pun intended, but welcomed. So we want to hear from you. Do you want us to do some vampiric entertainment centered videos for a little bit? We're considering it, but we want to hear from you guys. What do you want? Do you want us to do a little dive into some vampire stuff? Like, and we can do some dives, guys. I have Dark Shadows the Revival on DVD. We could dive into that.
I've never even watched the revival. I watched the original stuff.
You've watched some of the original stuff, or like all of it?
I watched all of Dark Shadows at one point. I rented it off from the library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the revival on DVD because we found it at a Half Price Books. If you're not from an area that has Half Price Books, Half Price Books is a used book, music, DVD store. And I found the find of finds. I found Dark Shadows, the revival, which stars a Ben Cross as Barnabas Collins, and Joanna Going as Miss Winters, Victoria Winters. But anyways, we want to hear from you. Do you guys want to have us talk about vampire stuff? We can do a couple weeks of vampire stuff, and really, because we're bringing it up is because we're already doing the deep dive into vampire stuff, apparently. So we're just like, you know what? If we're already doing the vampire stuff, why not see if the people want to hear about it on this show?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we're already there, you know, let's do it. I think what we yeah. So tell us in comments. Let us know. Do you want us to talk vampires? And
I like vampire stuff.
And what is your favorite vampire show, movie, story?
Yeah, give me a book. Somebody give me a book, because I love me reading. I love reading, and I love horror. I want to read a good vampire book. My favorite vampire book that I've ever read is Salem's Lot.
I was going to say, if anybody says Salem's Lot, he's got you covered already. I personally have read all of the Southern Fried Vampire True Blood books, because True Blood was based off of a book series. I've read all of those by Charlene Harris, so I got you covered with those. I've also got you covered when it comes to the Guys Don't Make Fun of Me, but Twilight series. I have read all of them, even Midnight Sun, guys. Even Midnight Sun. I'm sorry, I'm addicted. Yeah. But yeah, let us know. We're going to stop talking though for now, and we're going to get back to watching some more Vampire Diaries. Because
I gotta watch an episode of Star Trek. I've already watched 3 episodes of Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, you watched like a few episodes of Vampire Diaries today already.
And no Star Trek, so.
And no, not true.
I watched something this morning. You're right.
Not true. Yes. Apparently, Joe really thinks Elijah is something special from the originals.
Yeah. Well, like we said, we'll get into that later. I'll do a whole deep dive once I'm done with Vampire Diaries, and I will talk about it.
Yeah, that's 8 seasons. That's going to be a while. But anyways. All right, guys. That's it for us tonight. Hope you all doing well. We're keeping it together here for you, and let us know what's your favorite vampire thing. Let us know if you like the show. Let us know what you thought of what we do in the Shadows season 4 episodes 1 and 2, because they both dropped yesterday. And have a great week. Be seeing you on Sunday, my normal show. Sunday morning, talking about comics and other whatever. So, see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.